Captain's log, stardate 6169.3. While delivering supplies to outposts near Klingon and Romulan space, we received a distress signal from the Romulan neutral zone.
On screen, Captain.
This is Sub-Commander Guyon of the Warbird Infinitus. We are under attack. Assist us, please.
Transmission jammed at the source, sir. The transmission originated on the Romulan side of the neutral zone.
Captain, this could be a setup. The Romulans might be trying to lure us into a treaty violation.
We can't interfere in Romulan business. Take us to our next mission. Set course, warp factor 8. I'm not going to ignore a distress call, even if it is a Romulan. We can't interfere in Romulan business. Set course, warp factor 8. Captain's log, supplemental. In answer to a distress signal, we are crossing the Romulan neutral zone in violation of treaty. We are approaching the source of the distress signal.
We are now entering the Romulan neutral zone.
Captain, a Romulan warbird is approaching toward us on an intercept course.
Hail it, Uber.
I have an audio response only.
So, now it is the Federation that tries to stop me from winning my prize.
Romulan ship is approaching on an attack vector.
Raising shields. Arming weapons.
Target analysis on. Target analysis on.
Got him.
Captain, 4 Romulan warbirds are on an intercept course.
We're being hailed. The commander wishes visual contact.
On screen.
This is Commander Starius of the Invictus.
Commander, we were responding.
Explanations are unnecessary, Captain. We thank you for your humanitarian response to the Infinitus distress signal, and we recognize that you destroyed the rogue warbird in self-defense. We will overlook violations of treaty this time.
How kind of you.
Captain, we have discovered a mutual threat, a race of beings that seems determined to manipulate a wide variety of life forms that call themselves the Brassica. If you have encountered them, it may be in both of our interests to exchange information.
Spock, transmit all we know about the Brassica to the Romulans. I've heard the name, but we know next to nothing about them. I don't think we can help you. Brassica? I've never heard of them. Spock, transmit all we know about the Brassica to the Romulans.
Thank you, Captain. Our information package has also been sent. Please leave Romulan space as quickly as possible. The longer you stay, the more difficult it becomes to ignore this incident.
Understood, helmsman. Set course for Federation space.
Captain, a cursory glance at the Romulan information package indicates their data is nearly useless.
We've been had, sir.
This day is not going well.
Captain, we have an emergency message from Starfleet. Code 1.
That's a planetary catastrophe.
On screen.
Captain,
A very large alien ship is about to land on the planet Atibus in the Klingon neutral zone. The aliens stated that they intend to land in the midst of the capital city. Then the ship cut communications with us. Since then, all attempts to contact the alien craft have failed. You are the closest starship to Atibus. We want you to evaluate the situation and safeguard the colonists. We need you to make contact with the aliens.
Our orders are to proceed to the Atibus system.
Atibus is located in the Klingon neutral zone. The Federation won the colonization rights for that planet as per the Organian Peace Treaty. Both Federation and Klingon ships are allowed there.
Atibus, a small colony planet in the Klingon neutral zone near the Klingon border. Both Klingon and Federation ships are allowed in this entry as the Organian Treaty is in effect.
Target analysis of. Target analysis of.
Alien ship in sensor range. I detect one Klingon battlecruiser on a parallel course.
The Klingon commander is hailing us.
On screen.
Greetings, Enterprise. Welcome to Atibus. I am Captain Kla.
What are you doing here? And I am Captain Kirk. Greetings yourself. I take it that this is not your vessel. What are you doing here?
Given that the disputed planet Atibus has not yet been awarded to either side, we have as much right to be here as you. I do hope you understand that an alien vessel in our neutral zone is a matter of legitimate concern. I apologize if it seems confrontational. This is not the time for battle. I mean only to defend Klingon interest. Diplomatically, if possible. That is sufficient for a formal introduction. Kla, out!
Well, it never rains, but pours. Mr. Sulu, take us into a parallel course with the alien ship.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Sensors appear to be experiencing malfunctions. Fascinating. Some anomalous readings are reoccurring. That would indicate that the ship itself is changing in unexpected ways. I have no explanation for the phenomenon. I have found at least one area that is suitable for transport.
Captain, the shields are up. Lowering shields, Captain.
We're beaming aboard the alien vessel. Have Dr. McCoy meet us in the transporter room. Spock, come with me. Lieutenant Uhura, if its communication system is malfunctioning, then we'll need you.
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
A potted plant. This person is staring at the surface of the table in front of him, blinking from time to time. His complexion is sallow and he seems tired. He never looks up, but occasionally flicks away a speck of dust from the otherwise spotless table. A potted plant. A set of books. Grinagog watches everything, eyes shining brightly. His legs are pulled up off the floor and he hugs his knees. An enormous grin never leaves his face. This person is staring at the surface of the table in front of him. A potted plant. A comfortable-looking room suited for small gatherings of people. A sturdy, simple chair. A comfortable-looking room suited for small gatherings of people. Captain Kirk, proud leader of men and women braving the unknown reaches of space. He hopes to find the way to prevent this ship from landing on the Atibus colony town, and he's dubious about what he sees in this room. Although in some ways the epitome of the old-time country doctor, Dr. McCoy hasn't seen evidence of this kind of thing since med school. The sharp-eyed communications officer prepares herself for anything, her dark gaze watchful. The wise-looking science officer raises an eyebrow, wondering if there is some rational explanation for what appears to be quite irrational.
Interesting. The plant does not register in the tricorder's botany file, but it does suggest similarities to Algolian crocus.
Algolian crocus? Isn't Algol 3 the system with the semi-intelligent plant life?
Affirmative, Doctor. There are characteristics of similar developments in this planet, but on a more limited scale. Interesting. The plant does not register in the tricorder's botany file, but it does suggest similarities to a Shasthar tree on the planet Beta 3.
It's beautiful, Mr. Spock.
Interesting. The plant does not register in the tricorder's botany file, but it does suggest similarities to a Mnemosynian cactus.
The ones that can shoot thorns at people?
Only 3 varieties of that plant can shoot thorns, Doctor. Nor do I detect that ability from this specimen. This person seems typical of his race and unremarkable, except for his fixed stare. This person seems normal for his race, if perhaps slightly agitated. Bound paper records in an alien language, Captain. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
We have to find a way to help these people.
Captain, individuals on this ship appear to be suffering, perhaps from certain mental disorders. Were I to examine them, I might be able to determine something more.
I find the situation in this room disturbingly irrational at first impression, Captain. I suggest we endeavor to understand what we see around us in order to make a sensible analysis.
Captain, this place gives me the willies. I feel like I'm on a yellow alert without knowing why.
Slightly undernourished, sluggish pulmonary and circulatory conditioning. Doesn't get nearly enough exercise, I'd say. Brainwave activity uneven. I'd need a battery of tests to be sure. This is a complete new race after all, but he may be suffering from some blood chemistry imbalances likely to be affecting his mind. His mental activity is very high, but doesn't seem pathologic, Jim. Respiratory activity indicates a high degree of anxiety by comparison with others of his race. Now, that much stress is unhealthy if this is a chronic state. That slight headache is really nothing. I just need a little rest when I have time.